Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So right now I am at Starling because a little bird told me, well, not exactly a little bird, more like a big fat post on KL Bike saying that there is a huge warehouse sale for Popular Bookstore, and it's happening here at Starling Even Space. So I am curious, but I don't think I want to buy much because, well, it's right now in the middle of the month and I'm really just waiting for my salary. So, but I'm still curious anyway. So, I mean, there's no harm in looking, right? So, let's go.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
There's no harm in looking, right?
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
So yeah, I just got back, and well, let's just say that a lot of money has been spent and I have no regrets. I actually stayed there longer than expected because at that same time the staffs were like unboxing some of the other stocks, so I was just waiting for them to refill the pile. I even just forget about recording altogether because I'm just all about looking into what's in there, and I'm curious and I want to know. So let's unpack what I just purchased, and you tell me. Oh, you think this is it? No.
I don't think I want to buy much. My mom is gonna be so surprised when I come home with all of these books, by the way.
Now let's look at each of these books, okay? So we're gonna start with the small pile. So this one I got from the pile of 5 for 10 ringgit. First, I picked up Robert Galbraith, The Silkworm. I've been curious about this book for the longest time, but I never really thought about picking it up. So then when I saw this in the pile, and I'm like, you know what? I think it's time. Next, we have Sophie Kinzella's Wedding Night. I haven't read Sophie Kinsella in such a long time. I love her Shopaholic series, and I love Can You Keep a Secret as well. And right now I'm currently in the mood for romance, for something that is not too serious, something that can make me swoon, that can make me scream and fangirl. I think this could be it, so yeah, we'll see. The serious part of me wants something, well, a little bit melancholic, so I picked this one up. Since this is set in Turkey, and I have been to Turkey this year, so I am pretty much still really want to relive my experience there. So I guess this is like, for me, like when I saw this is just perfect. Maybe when I go there again, I'd probably bring this book with me and just to enhance the reading experience. In the pile of novels, in the piles of self-help books, I found one manga. This is like volume 10. I don't even know what the story is about, but I've seen this manga around, so yeah, I'm curious on what it's actually about. I never actually googled it. I just think, yeah, you know what, I need to diversify my reading materials a bit, so yeah, this was perfect. And then last but not least, from the 10 ringgit pile is the Jodi Picoult, The Storyteller. Actually, I almost left this one out because somehow it dropped out of my basket. I like the synopsis. It seemed very mysterious. I never actually read Jodi Picoult, so this will be my first introduction. I mean, I know that she's very prolific, but I never actually picked up any of her work. So if any of you have any recommendations on which is the best Jodi Picoult works, I would love to know. So now let's check the second pile, the big one. So this comes from the pile that says each one of them is 15 ringgit, but if you buy 3 and above, the price will be 10 ringgit each. So instead of buying 3, I bought like 12 because I have no restraint. And plus the books in this pile actually looks newer compared to the 10 ringgit pile. It seems like this book, some of them are actually new releases that they just want to get rid of by the end of the year. So yeah, let's check them out. We're gonna start with the first one that you see here, No Virgin by Anne Cassidy. This book is actually has a dark undertone because at the back here it says, my name is Stacey Woods and I was R-worded. It's not a big book, so I figured I can finish this one in one sitting. And I'm just very curious on what the story is about, so can't wait to read this one. Next, we have this one. It's a very beautiful cover. Like right now I'm in need some very light reading, and I think that children's book is the way to go. This cover actually reminds me of my copy of The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. We studied that book during Foundation TESOL, and I absolutely love the story. I think it's very sweet, and I had so much fun discussing that book and studying it throughout the semester. It seems to be based on Indian mythology, and I'm a sucker for anything Asian mythology. Next we have Of Curses and Kisses by Sandhya Menon. We have a brown girl romance, and this seems like a YA book, and it's a story about a princess. I am intrigued. The cover alone intrigued me, and I'm also intrigued. Brown girl representation, absolutely love this. And this, I picked this one solely because of the cover, but I have no regrets. This cover is gorgeous. I mean, look at the details. Look at the silver lines, the silver highlights. I love how they use like this motif of like wolf fur in here. This is gorgeous. This is a very beautifully designed cover. I mean, coming from the video about badly designed Malay novels, I'd say looking at this itself is a treat. Next, we have Chinglish and Almost Entirely True Story by Sue Chung. I am always interested in reading stories about diaspora, and after reading, say, Peach Blossom Spring by Melissa Fu, this sounds like a very lighthearted version. Not exactly the same, but it carries similar theme of like diaspora, and of course having Asian parents and Asian families living in America. So I'd say this could be good. And then we have A Girl, a Daughter The Cruelty and Assassin. I'm actually intrigued because like the papers are red. I mean like the sides here is red, so I'm intrigued. And I love the minimalist style cover. I think this looks very imposing. I'm not in the mood for anything action right now, but I will always have that phase where I would just read one type of book, and sometimes I'm in the mood for these type of books, so I'm waiting for that phase to come. Next, we also have a book with similar mystery vibe, Amy, Chelsea, Stacy, and D by Mary G. Thompson. Oh, I haven't get rid of the sticker. So this one is also a mystery, seems like a YA mystery, but at the same time, it has a darker undertone here. It's about two kids who were kidnapped as children and were given new names. So I am just wondering like what's gonna happen to these girls. I'm really curious right now because the cover actually, apart from the pink, it actually looks kind of creepy with the dolls. Dolls are always creepy, guys. I think my mom never bought me dolls. Probably because of how creepy they are. Totally understandable. And next we have probably, if not the second most beautiful cover in this pile. Mad, Bad, and Dangerous to Know by Samira Ahmed. I picked this up because this reflects a Muslim girl. So anything that represents my people, I'm all for it. The fact that it is packaged in such a pretty cover, I am so happy. The synopsis looks good, the cover looks great. I genuinely hope that this will eventually be a great read. Next we have The Fandom by Anna Day. I actually seen this book for quite some time, but I never really picked it up. But yeah, this one, it seems like a mystery thriller. It's about like a group of friends trying to cover up a murder. It reminds me of a PLL vibe, but at the same time, I Know What You Did Last Summer also. So yeah, I'm very curious about reading this. And next, we have Mirage by Somaya Daud. Initially, I picked up a different cover style, but then I found that this cover looks much better, so I picked this version instead. I think it seems like the story is set in an Ottoman-inspired setting. Yeah, similar to Mad, Bad, and Dangerous to Know. I'm actually really curious about this. This looks really promising. I mean, like, so we have Tara, Mafi, and Sabata here endorsing this, so I genuinely hope that this is good. This summer, I've found another thriller that I'm curious about, but another thing that I'm actually very curious about is that this is published by Wattpad Books. If you're published on Wattpad, there's a chance your book might be ended up on the physical shelves of bookstores. So don't give up, guys. Write good books on Wattpad. Wattpad might actually publish your books. And last but not least, we have All the Crooked Saints. This is also a very well designed cover. I'm actually... So yeah, in case you guys haven't noticed, I picked a lot of these books based on the cover. But anyway, I got a good feeling about my selection for this time. Oh, and I can't resist buying these. I mean, look at them. They're like the cutest thing. Is it even clear? Is it in focus? Guys. So yeah, that's it. This is my book haul. Let me know your thoughts if you have read any of the books that I've purchased. I would love to know if maybe some of them are bad. Maybe some of them are actually really good. Let me know your thoughts. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.